Hey guys, welcome back to the podcast. It's your number one podcast in YouTube, TikTok, and Instagram. It's your boy Hiko. I have my co-host
King.
And we have a new guest today.
SPK here.
SPK, nice to see you today. So today we'll be going over how to be street smart. How can we be street smart?
We've wanted to do this podcast since we need to make sure that you guys that are watching, you're not just watching based on lifestyle. You need to learn how to also have orientation. And that's why we have a special guest today to educate us about street smarts.
Yeah, so we'll be going over street smarts. King will be sharing his ideas, I'll be sharing my ideas, and SPK will also be sharing our ideas. So, what is street smart? King, start with that. What is street smart?
Street smart is basically packaging.
Yeah.
It's how you carry yourself when you're in public.
Okay.
It is what gives you credibility whenever you stand out. It makes you stand out in the midst of your peers. So street smart basically occurs in situations where you don't really know people in there. Like say you come into a new environment and then people are looking scary. Instead of you to be scared, you need to apply what we call wisdom and orientation. So do you mind sharing with us some tips about being street smart stuff?
Yeah, so being street smart is about getting the right information. You understand? So being street smart is say you don't need to say claim ignorance. Being street smart is about coming out, say, yes, I'm in this new place. Yes, they have a different kind of behavior.
Different lifestyle.
Different lifestyle. So being street smart is say, yes, I've come in here. I have to get information about
that place. OT, they call it OT. Yes.
OT, yes.
How to navigate without stress. Because the way of life, normal, is how to integrate. You get how can I get this information from here? Get the information from here.
So it's you have to get the right information because there's no manual.
There's no
big book that says, okay, I have to go through. But you have to, that's why you need cliques, you need friendships.
You need your circle.
You need a circle in this kind of place. So
if you are, my own is that if you're at a place where you don't really know anyone, say you are going to a new environment, you don't have friends there, you don't know anybody there, how can you be street smart when it comes to that kind of place?
No, you see, there's no way.
So you're starting a new job?
Okay, yeah, it's starting a new job, yes. Like when I started in my own job, when I started a new job, I didn't know anybody, but you have to be open. You have to be open to relationship. You have to
try
open
and build
to
that
people.
network.
Build that network of people. Because if you go to a place and you just sit down there, you don't.
Everybody will be looking at you from afar.
They'll look at those. This guy is maybe he has the way of doing his things, and they'll feel maybe you are just feeling aloof, but. It's just that you just have to be open.
So are you saying street smart is about playing the fool or showing confidence?
It's about
playing the fool.
Playing the fool, and also you have to be confident in yourself.
It's half and half.
First, you have to be confident in yourself because if you are not confident in yourself, it might be hard for you to form that blending and form this relationship.
Everything is packaging.
It's packaging.
So when it's time to play the fool, you play the fool.
Let me give you an example now. Me, when I came to the UK, I knew I need to be street smart. I need to know people. What did I do? Instead of staying as a background character, I say, okay, let me be my class rep. If I'm my class rep, these people now, it's not as if I did not do the class rep job to help. I'm a very helpful person, but I wanted to build a network. Now, for example, if someone wants to ask a question about class, you meet me. I know this person. I have this phone number. I have their phone number. I have their phone number. Like this now, I've created like a branches of different links. So let us say, Alpha, I not get house, so I look for a place to stay. I don't.
Somebody that says, I have a 2-bedroom. I need one person. So you put yourself in a place of like authority and power, basically, where information went through you.
Yes, you put yourself in a strategic position where you will benefit and you will help too, so that you give and take. Yeah. If you get what I mean.
That was the funny story. Back in the days, I used to have this PC. Everybody knows me. I claim to be a tech guy, but I'm not really a tech guy. I know people that are into tech. I know people. I am the tech guy. What I do, I have a PC. It was 1 terabyte. So I go to my tech bros and I collect, say, a couple stuff that are interesting from him. He always downloads movies.
Like Naruto.
He downloads stuff
Flash.
in HD. You understand? Then data was quite expensive for me. If I have money, I'd rather use my money to get food. You get me? So what I do, I go to him and I get these HD stuffs. Yeah. Now I can't make my friends. They know I have HD stuffs. I do not download them. I get it from him. Yeah. So if you want to come collect a movie from me, I'm like, oh, I think you've got some movies. So just copy some to my PC. So you drop yours and you get my HD stuff. It's a win-win. You get HD, like clear graphics.
And everybody knows you. Everybody knows you for that.
Then a new person comes to me like, oh, have you got new movies? Oh, I just got some new movies.
Yeah, just got some movies.
That's the movie I got from this guy.
Yeah, that connection.
So I was like the data center. People knew I always had new movies, but I never downloaded them.
Yeah. And with that, you're meeting new people.
Exactly.
Now let's switch back to school a bit. School is the place where you learn street smart. Yeah. And to be honest, that is where I learned street smart because when I was in school, I was Johnny Just Come. People they used my brain, including this boy. He was using me. So let me just give you a scope. Almost browsing Twitter that year. You know when you're in uni now, nobody has data. We are struggling. Yeah. For some reason, I had that tech enthusiastic this thing. So I knew how to do data, like all those abacadabra. I was not doing it to my roommates. I not did it for him. They were not bringing people. In my mind, I'm like, I'm just helping people. I don't know that these people were using me to collect money behind my back.
It's simple. Yeah, he was doing this stuff, because he was good at tech. Yeah. He can jailbreak anything. Yeah. He can jailbreak even PS6. If they bring it out, he can jailbreak it. Yeah. He was very good at cracking softwares, free internet tweaks and that. Yeah. But people actually pay for this stuff. So now you pay, let's say you want to buy a PS5, now it costs like maybe £500. Yeah. This guy can create a PS5 for you that will cost basically like a virtual one for you. Yeah. You know, me, I'm like, do you want a virtual PS5? Give it £200.
and you're making for
I didn't have that OT. So behind the scenes, luckily I was observant. I now noticed that people could do it. That is when my hair now big. He was now one of my agents last. So I now created in that time. I had like a multi-level layer where I was the king. I had different agents. Yeah, you get the gist. So we could move on to another.
Basically, you want something to say?
No. I just want to say, like, street smart, this connection is very, very important.
Yeah, connection is
because
vital.
when I first came, paying our fees or so, it was through a connection. I grew up with a group of people. We are now friends now. We are now in the group. So we did this collection and through that, I was able to pay my fees because
is it that one that everybody will contribute?
That's contribution.
People need to know about that too.
Yeah, because it really helped.
You have like a couple of friends, say 10 friends. Yeah. And every month or every week, because everybody brings money. Yes. Like me, I have thousands and thousands and thousands that I do not use. Yeah. So there are some people that actually need money right now. They have investments, Yeah. So if you have a group of trusted friends, trusted friends, not just anybody.
No, yes, trusted
somebody
friends.
Somebody can be street smart in your group and take the money and run. They should be trusted, And then you have that kind of collection. So everybody brings like £1,000 every month, And then you take it this month, you take it this month. That also helps you because when you're in your trying phase, you able to have like say
that's
this
how I was
month.
able to pay off my school fees.
Of course,
that's connection. Because if I did know,
you had money to pay your school fees. You just had a connection. Exactly.
So you were able to do it on time.
I had the money, but I was able to do it on time.
I had extra money.
And then extra money to do other things.
Yes.
So it was just that connection.
Get that? Street smart.
Street smart. Yeah.
People will come, they will not know about it because they're not ready to build a connection. They're not ready to explore. You get when you come to a new environment. I think the first thing is you need to survey the area. How can I communicate? Okay, let's just say you didn't come as a student now. Let's say you came in work visa now. You can get your connection in your office. You could go to the club. You could go to your church. They're different places.
But there's a saying that if you first get to a place the first time, is the people that you first connect with. Those are the people that will help you. That's how you be able to know your future. Yes. I don't know if you understand.
I get what you mean. If you meet your circle
will be able to help
because
you.
Because if you're in a circle where everybody's complaining, you're part of the complainer.
That's true. That's
you understand?
True. So if all your friends always tell everybody secrets, tomorrow is your secret, they will tell you.
Yeah, so it depends on your circle. Yes. So it's your circle that will grow you. That will make you grow.
And is that your circle that can still bring you down?
Yes.
Of course, because
so you have to know the kind of people. Yes, we need connections, but you just have to know the people you are with. You have to learn to say this person, okay, I can roll with this person. I can get ideas from this person. and that's how we go. Yeah.
You know what? One of that street smart idea I want to give. Learn how to look tough and learn how to look vulnerable.
Yes, that's a good one. You can speak more about this.
If you are walking in a place where you don't feel safe, look tough.
Yeah.
People don't go for tough looking people.
Yeah.
They go for vulnerable people.
Yeah.
yeah,
If you're
that's
walking-
people they can pick on.
If you're walking in a new place and you're trying to like safeguard yourself, people are watching you. There are some countries where you go where they have professional pocket pickers.
Yeah.
All they need to do is to look at you and then you've lost your wallet.
Yes.
So you need to look tough in the first place. So before they come to you, they look like, oh, this guy looks dangerous.
Yeah.
He looks like somebody I should not really mess with. So before they come, they are gauging their reaction. Now you, when you're walking, you should also be observant too. So you're walking and you'll see somebody that looks a bit shady, and then you check the person, you know. So learning how to look tough and learning how to look vulnerable. That vulnerable is a mind hack.
Yeah.
Looking vulnerable is when you want to gain stuff.
Yes,
from people.
you basically you just put yourself in a situation where as if you don't know anything.
Exactly.
You be, wow, can you help me do this? I can't
Exactly.
do this. Can you teach me this? You are getting to
You
build
want
a
to
connection with them.
gain their trust. That's mind hack.
Yeah. Because if you do like you know too much, you know too much,
They will
much,
be scared
they will
and
be scared
wary.
of you. But if you are doing do it.
You know, that is something we left at home. You know,
Yeah.
if you are walking on a lone, back home, if you are walking on a lone street, maybe someone is coming towards you.
Yeah.
So you just look tough, right?
You spread.
Yes, you
Yeah,
spread.
you do.
You just look. The person too will feel okay, intimidated.
Yeah.
But though to the person will feel. You just
Back
have,
in the days, this is not a life hack. This is bad. Cigarette smoking is bad.
Yeah.
What I do,
But
if
not
I'm-
everybody believe that too.
If I'm walking in the night, yeah, just have a piece of cigarette, you know.
Yeah.
Just have it. You don't need to. It's just one stick, you know. And when you notice some bad guys at the front looking shady, spark it up. You don't need to smoke it. Just hold it. Now they can see that red light from far.
Yes.
So when you walk close to them, even if you greet them, hi guys, you're right. They say hi, and then you just walk. They will think you're one of the bad guys, and they will not mess with you. But
that's true.
there was also one street hack I learned, but it backfired.
Yeah.
They say when you are walking in the middle of the street,
Yeah.
it's good when there's traffic.
Yes.
If you are walking where there's no traffic and you're walking in the middle of the street, you are just a prime target.
Yeah.
No matter how you want to look tough, you are walking in the center of. If you are walking in a street that is not crowded,
Yeah.
stick to the corners. Be
Stick to
observant.
the walkway, basically. Yeah.
Be observant. Don't even need to. You can decide to cross to the. If you see somebody that is coming this way, cross
So
before
the
the person
opposite
reaches.
side, yes.
Cross before the person reaches. But if you see that it is something that you can decide to look strong about, be strong. I go out and sometimes I like walking with girls because somehow girls are quite fearless.
Yeah.
I'm walking, I'm seeing some guys, they look suspicious. But because I'm walking with girls have a kind of power
Yeah.
to them that is able to bring even the strongest of men to their knees.
Yeah.
In the Bible,
Yeah. Do
something-
you know that? Go back to history. Girls always get their way because they're able to be friendly. They are not because sometimes some guys will be like, oh, this girl is sometimes they'll be like, this girl is for they like me. But you're just being friendly, if you get what I mean.
People are friendly though. But it's able to break down your defenses, basically.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, because for example now, if for example I'm a girl now, I have like 10 guys friends. Not like you get 10 guy friends. If you don't have what I want, this other guy has what I want. And most times guys are simp. So guys are simps, that's the truth. So if a girl say, oh, they'll just call out them with their bedroom voice. Oh, I need this. Oh, I need you to pick me up in the hotel.
That's basically what we said.
You get?
Vulnerability. Learning
So
how
for
to look
example,
vulnerable
you
can
get. So
get you
instead
stuff.
of them entering keke, they will just go, oh my guy, I'm going to my hostel now. Can you pick me up with your bands? You should say, okay. You should at least when he enter the car with the boy status increased to, oh, I get one fine
It's
girl,
a
they follow me.
win-win.
Yeah. So there are different it plays in our life as a whole. In your workplace, in your church place, even in your family itself, it plays. You get, because if you're not street mad, you have some family members that are very, 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 very. I'm not use. They do too much. They will use your head. It could be your father. It could be your mother. It could be your siblings. So you need to be very street smart. Know how to navigate life. When you, like you said, know when to pull back and do like Dundee United, and when to do
Like a big man.
like a big man.
You know, being street smart, you everly make mistakes, but you just have to learn from those mistakes. You understand?
So is your advice for us to keep making mistakes so that we can learn
No,
from it?
yeah, no, it's not. No, I'm not saying you should consider making mistakes.
That's
but
a bad advice.
No, I'm not saying you should consider making mistakes. But what I'm saying is that when you first start, you everly make mistakes.
It's okay
We
to
all
make mistakes.
It's okay
It's
to make
okay.
mistakes,
Don't-
but you will
don't-
learn from those mistakes.
Don't knock yourself
Don't
down.
lock yourself. Don't beat yourself up and say,
If you
yeah,
make a mistake,
Yeah.
nobody has a. You see, one thing about things is that
there's
people,
no manual. Yeah,
you look at someone that is successful and you think, oh, this person has it all. But if you walk a mile in the person's shoes, you will be grateful for the kind of life you live. I used to have this friend of mine, yeah, he joined some kind of bad associations, you know. And one day I was just walking out in the street. He called me, he was like, bro, I really envy you. I says, you envy me. You are the baddest, meanest, strongest man on this street. He says one thing to me, he was like, me, once it gets to a particular time, I can't walk alone. We must always be 2 or 3. But you can walk whenever you can. I envy you.
Of course.
And I was like, oh, but me, I envied him. He told me something, he said, these bad things I'm doing, don't do them.
Yeah.
Because it looks fun. I'm getting the girls, I'm getting money, I'm getting this. But the things that come according to what I'm doing is not something that you want to do. 2 o'clock, you want to sleep, they call you for meetings. And you have a meeting from 2 a.m. to 5 a.m.
Yeah.
I like my sleep. Please
But
don't
the
disturb
truth is
me.
that what they actually benefit, other than the I'm a dogu, I'm a big man, I'm a strong
There are
man.
benefits to that, you know, because being street smart will put you in a place of power where you can get information easily.
Yes.
There are some people you will need to beg them and pay for the information. But being street smart, you put yourself in that place where information passes to and from you. So there are some things you won't need to know. Someone will pass and be like, "Oi, guess what? By 2 a.m. we are going to handle this thing." Now you already have that information that by 2 a.m. something bad is going to happen.
So you base.
So you prepare yourself. You can tell your family, "Oi, 1:30, none of you should come out."
Yeah.
You know, because thing is going to go down. Your family people will be wondering, "How do you know this stuff?" Please just trust me, okay?
Yeah.
Now, because of you put yourself in that place of power and place of authority, you're able to get information.
You are in the right place at the right time. and you have the right
it's also
information at the
about
right time.
street smart is adapting.
It's
quickly.
adaptability.
Yeah, you have to
It's
learn to
survival.
adapt. Yeah,
Survival instincts too. Yeah.
Yeah, so
You
you
know
have
what
to
street
adapt.
smart hack I want to give?
Yeah.
Make money when you can make money.
Yeah.
Yes, make as early as possible. To me, make
that's
it
true.
in your early 30s. That's
Yeah,
what
that's
it's-
true,
So
that's
that
true.
when you're in your 40s and your 50s, get to enjoy your children. You get what I mean? Unlike if you start making money 40s, 50s, you will really suffer. But I'm not saying that everybody doesn't have their time off, but it's sweeter to make your money in your 30s because you'll be able to fund your children's funding. Like you'll not be like a deadbeat. If you get what I mean. If you want your children to go to the best schools, you can go to the best schools. If your wife is doing too much, you can replace her. if you want 10 baby mamas, you can make 10 baby mamas. You get, so you just need to be odogu.
That's another
So,
topic, you know.
Clock it.
One of that street one of that street smart I want to give, yeah. Even if you learn how to make money, know how to save money.
Yeah.
Yes, that's true.
You know, there are some people. There's one of my friends. She uses an iPhone 17 now. I'm like, bro, what's going on? She has used from 13. She used 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. She has them in her place. She's using the current 17 now. She has this 4 in her place.
Why? Me, I've been stuck in 14 Pro Max. I've not even switched. 15 has come out, 16 has come out, 17, even 18 will come out. I will still hold it.
All you iPhone users, I'm an Android user.
Yeah, I'm an Android user and
I
an
don't-
iPhone user too.
I'm not
Street smart. Go and use Android.
Bro, Android has all the features you can ever think of that iPhone is 10 years up behind, but you can never tell an iPhone person that.
He uses an iPhone.
I use an iPhone, I use an Android, but I was more of an Android person.
Why do you use an iPhone?
I use an iPhone because of the simplicity. I have a MacBook, I can connect with it. I'm not saying the ecosystem,
Yeah.
I'm not saying the ecosystem for other people are not good, especially Android, but iPhone is seamless. Very seamless, but it's a walled garden. So in the sense that they will create a walled garden, but you cannot go out of the walled garden. For example, now, I don't know if you know about the airdrop. Before, you could not do airdrop from iPhone to Android. Why could you not do that? Because iPhone created that walled garden. But I think there was some legislation that were passed and Android was able to integrate it. Let me just say Samsung and Google. So right now, if I have an Android phone, I can share to my MacBook, I can share to my iPhone and my iPad and etc. etc. But to be honest, on a scale of 1 to 10, experience-wise, Android is the best. performance-wise, Android is the best. But in terms of simplicity, because people don't want to think too much. Yeah. An Android is like a spaceship, but an iPhone is like a toy phone. You can just, this is my phone app. This is my call app. I cannot go and, you get what I mean? You get the gist. So that's just everything.
We're not yet to bash Android and iPhones. You know? I'm just saying, learn how to be street smart. If you want to use an iPhone, know the reason why you want to use it.
Yeah. Don't use it because everybody's using it.
Exactly. Don't just join the bandwagon, you know. This man that's talking about seamless now is because he has his MacBook, he has AirPod, he has Apple phones, he has Apple Watch, he has Apple Car, he has Apple. That's what he means by seamless integration.
I'm a Samsung fan, yes.
Samsung, they also have their ecosystem, but iPhone was the first person to trademark this ecosystem and make a couple things that will be suitable to their environment. Yeah. But for me, I would just go for an Android because I can easily do whatever with it.
Yeah, what final point do you think we should round up this up?
You can't see the thing about being street smart is not something you can be taught in a day. Yeah. You need to learn because in this world we are, everybody is taught what to think.
Yes, they are fed by the media. So what they see is what they do. They don't have their own decisions. They don't do their own research.
Nobody has original thoughts anymore. Yeah. You know, we are not the first to do podcasts. We will not be somebody will watch this podcast and decide, you know what, I can talk better than these guys. And they will start their podcast just from watching this podcast.
There's no manual.
There's no manual.
You just have to go with the flow.
You just open the book. You can watch the history. You can watch. I was asking somebody a question. I don't know if it was like a conspiracy theory or something. It's something I've seen, but I was curious about it. They were like, okay, the first ship to go to the moon went in like 1960s and that. Yeah. Why is it that since then till now, nobody has been able to replicate that kind of thing, you know? And I was thinking about it. I was like, oh, that's actually true. Yeah. Growing up, there's one question they always ask, and I was smart. So they will ask you a question that says, oh, where do you see yourself in the next 10 years? Growing up, that was the question they asked us when we were growing up. And I was like, oh, in 10 years, if I had thought about it logically, then maybe I was like, maybe 12. 10 years will make me 22. 22, I was probably still in university. Yeah. There's no way I'm making $1,000. Yeah. There's no way I'm making $1 million. There's no way I'm ruling the world.
No, there are some 20-year-old or 19-year-old that do make that amount too, but not in Africa. Maybe in the West.
People, you can make it anyhow. It depends on the kind of information. Knowledge is power.
But during this crypto boom, a lot of people became millionaires and billionaires, to be honest. So
that's what also one thing about being street smart, be wary of scams. Be wary of scams. All these get rich quick schemes.
Get Ponzi schemes.
Be careful. Will I say? I read one book. It says this.
Let me. Sorry for interrupting.
I'm speaking. If people need to learn, don't listen to him. I'm street smart. He's technological smart, and this man is the middle of the two of us. But that's okay. Talk, Clement.
You talk. Anybody that wants to teach you how to make money, I want to ask them a question. Why have you not taught everybody in your family how to make money? Why do you think it's random people on the internet that you want to teach how to make money? Most of those people are just trying to scam you off your hand and money.
Sell their books.
Sell this thing. So anybody that you see online, oh, I made 1 million on this thing, I will teach you with my ebook. The person is trying to scam you.
He's selling his book.
If I have $1 million, I will not tell any fucking body. I will keep it to myself.
No, there will be signs though.
There are some people that will have it. There are some people that live low key. And depending on the person. For example, now, let's just say like now, there are some people like you now. If you have $1 million, $1 billion, I will not know because of your lifestyle. You live a very simple lifestyle.
If I have $1 million, you will know.
But the point is, if I have $1 million, I will not come on TikTok or YouTube. Oh, I made $1 million. I quit my job. I will just zip it.
Pause there. That thing you said,
some people want to make money from how they made $1 billion now. They want to make money from it.
Although some people like to build notoriety too.
What you've said, those are two strong points that people will fail to catch. What he said, do not quit without a backup plan.
Yes.
If you want to quit your job today, don't just quit because your managers are annoying you. No, stay there until you get something high paying or until you get something better. Stay there. Don't quit without a backup plan. That thing you said was actually true. And there was a point you said, I just forgot it. Those were two key points on being street smart. You don't just join the bandwagon and just do, you say, okay, because this man uses an iPhone, no. That's true. Ask himself, what is chasing him and what is chasing me?
Are they the same thing?
This man probably has 12 sisters, 9 uncles, and 2 rich grandfathers. He can start a business with a small loan of $1 million. You were not born into family money. So you see him using an iPhone to try and start something. It's not the same race you are running. If you compare the finish line, he's starting from 10 meters to the finish line.
That's true. That's true.
500 meters from there.
No, what you're
It will
saying
take
is
him
true.
easier
It's true.
time to get
Yeah.
to the finish line than you. So if
So give us the key points. Let's just summarize it. Give us the key points.
the key point, you people should write it in the comment because
Yeah,
it's
for now,
basically-
what we explain now, just summarize it for us. Let us give us a 5 bullet points.
Let me give you 5 bullet points. Number 1,
Yeah.
have information about any and everything.
Yes.
You know, learn when to keep quiet and learn when to be noisy.
Yeah.
Because a man is considered wise when he's silent.
Yeah.
But when he speaks, you will realize the foolishness of his head. That's when information is power. 2, make money when it's time to make money.
Yes.
When you are young, make money the right way.
Yeah.
You know?
The right way, yes. Obviously, that's the
Number 3, learn how to save money.
Yeah.
There are some things you don't need. Right now, I have many shoes in my place. The only shoe I like wearing is my Timberland.
I think there's a 50-30-20 rule or so. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I heard
That's
of something.
you come and teach us that. Do you want to teach us
We'll do that.
that?
We'll do that on that,
Yeah, I
on that
think,
podcast.
Number 4, don't quit without a backup plan.
Yeah.
Number 5, look tough and also know how to look vulnerable.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I think those are the enough points.
Yeah.
I really love this session so much. So I wish we can teach you guys more.
Yeah. So, guys, you heard it from King, our guest, SPK, and Hiko. So make sure you give your own ideas. We've shared our own thoughts. The comments is good enough. You guys should type what you guys learned from this podcast and your own suggestions and information you could share for us. We are all learning. That's the
Because
truth.
information
We're all
is
learning.
key. Because
So
we are all learning.
Yeah.
You're learning. So
We're learning.
yeah,
So,
information is key.
see you guys in the next one.
And maybe we'll just decide to do a book
Yeah.
that you guys can buy.
Yeah, we can. Yeah.
How to- Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
That's the truth,
That's
man.
okay. It
Okay.
was nice.
Peace.